So the next speaker for the day, I would say fluorophore would be the key word that you might have to have in mind. And DNA and RNA are like, they would be like their daily terminologies in their office. And not just that, they have been recognized one of the top 50 biotech startups. And from 2014 till date, their journey has been consistent, and they have crossed numerous speed breakers, I would say. So in 2019 alone, the team won top 5 startup of BioAsia Award, the Innovate Karnataka Elevate Award, and also the BIRAC Biotech Ignition Grant. With no further delay, let me introduce our next speaker, Fatima Benazir, the Chief Scientific Officer of Azooka. Fatima, welcome. Thank you for accepting to be a part of Uncamp 1.0 and looking forward for your speech. The stage is all yours. Fatima, you're on mute.
Yeah, thank you, Naveen, for the nice introduction about Azooka and mentioning all our accomplishments. To add to that, I would say that this year we also won the Startup India Awards for the women-led enterprise in this segment. So that is our latest addition. At the outset, I would like to thank and appreciate whatever Uncamp is doing, and hopefully, as Dr. Srinivas said, the way to go forward is collaborative science and also personalized medicine. And I hope that this platform establishes a collaborative platform for life science startups. So that is what I'm hoping from Uncamp, and that is the reason I accepted to share about what we do here. So I'm going to share my screen and start with the.
You
So
should be
I
able to say now.
Yeah, just a moment. Just give me a moment. So is my screen visible
Well, not yet. One moment.
now? Not yet.
Yes, your screen should be visible now.
Yeah, visible now. Is it visible now?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is what we do at Azooka. So as you rightly said, um, we are a biotechnology startup making fluorophores. So fluorophores.
Fatima, I'm sorry, can you reshare the screen again?
Pardon me.
Can you share the screen again? I'm sorry.
Are you able to see? Just a moment. I think it is shared already. Are you able to see?
Uh, no, actually, not able to see your screen here.
Just a moment. I'll do it again. Able to see now? Are you able to see now?
Not yet. Not yet. 1 second.
I am sharing my screen, sharing my entire screen. Should I cancel and try again?
Yes, yes. Please cancel and try again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's shared.
Just a moment. I should get the screen here. So once it's here, I'll be able to share it. I'm not able to get it here. 1 second.
Yeah. Now? Are you
Yes,
now?
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we've lost a few minutes in this. I'll try
No,
to.
no, no
Yeah.
issues. Take it from
Yeah.
here.
So as Naveen rightly said, this is what we do at Azooka. We make fluorophores, which will allow all the biological molecules to glow. Probably fluorophores are molecules which glow. That's what we do. We are a biotech startup making fluorophores that can be used in diagnostics and research. And So this is what we do. So fluorophores is nothing but any molecule that will help other biological molecules glow. So you must be knowing of all the fluorescent things around there, whereas we make special kind of fluorophores which help only cells or biological molecules like DNA, RNA, and proteins glow. So, in addition to that, fluorophores are also extensively used in the diagnostic kits, even in COVID 19 screening and detection kits. A lot of fluorophores are being used, which help in detecting and analyzing DNA. So, that is what we make. So probably, so we can't say that we are the only fluorophore company, but however, we are the only fluorophore company from India who make these kind of specialty fluorophores here. And whereas our competition like Lumipro, Thermo Fisher, and Biotium have been selling a lot of fluorophores which are highly toxic and biohazardous substances, which are actually biohazardous and which cause irritation to the nose and difficulty in breathing or even cancer to the technicians who handle such dyes. So me being a researcher, so I actually wanted to solve this problem because we use a lot of carcinogenic cancer causing dyes in the lab, and I wanted to do something for the community, and we came up with safe dice. So, what are the problems with the fluorophores that our competitors sell? So, there is a molecule monopoly because I think the only dye that is sold by Thermo Fisher is a group of dye called the Cyber, and all the device vendors and all the other life science segment vendors are dependent on Thermo Fisher for this molecule, and there is a molecule monopoly and there is no alternative to cyber so far. And availability itself is a problem. Say for example, during the COVID-19 situation, when there were export and import restrictions, and when there were no flights, I think availability of these dyes for research as well as diagnostics was a problem. So we solved that problem as well. And most of the molecules that our competition has been selling are from very old molecules or very old carcinogenic substances. So this is the present problem here, and that we are trying to address. So we are trying to replace biohazardous fluors, so which are actually modified derivatives of age-old cyanide and acridine dyes. I am sure you may not understand what it is, but what I'm trying to tell here is all the dyes that bind to DNA and RNA that are being sold by our competition are modified versions of existing age-old dyes, whereas we have reported a novel molecule and a new molecule that is capable of binding to DNA. So we have patented the use of this molecule in 7 countries, and the patent has been granted in the US and South Korea, and the other countries are in the pipeline now, so we may get them anytime. So we are addressing this problem. We are replacing the market leaders' biohazardous fluors, and then we are also trying to make research and diagnostic reagents affordable. Right. So so far, if you see, all the research and diagnostic reagents are selling at a price of diamond or even more. So if you look at Cybergreen's or CyberSafe's price, just 20 reactions sells up to 5,000 rupees, and for 400 reactions the price is around 70,000 rupees. So we are trying to uh, make these reagents, research and diagnostic reagents and fluorophores, affordable and accessible for low and medium income countries. In addition to that, technically also we are superior to our competition or the market leaders. If you see, we are safer, we are the safest, we are food grade, CE certified food grade dye, whereas the competition's dye claims to be less carcinogenic and less biohazardous. And there are performance issues with our competition's dyes when it comes to diagnostic tests and diagnostic methods like PCR and RT-PCR, and the time taken for the existing dyes to bind to DNA is also very high. So it takes 20 to 40 minutes, whereas our dyes take only 1 to 5 minutes. Yeah. So that is what we are doing here. And so we have a unique plant-based dye, which is food grade, C certified food grade dye. And we started our journey, as Naveen said, in 2014 with a molecule that was purified from a plant source. And from there, we moved on to making a synthetic version of it in 2019. So this gives us reproducibility and consistency in the molecules that we make. So we are better in technology and performance. So yeah, as you know, no import charges, and we are completely safe. So our objective is to make safe labs and green labs, and all the products that Azooka has been making uh, are safe. Right. So this is our timeline. That's okay. So these are the products that we have launched recently. So over the past 5 years, we've been working on developing the products and optimizing the products in the lab. And recently, we have launched these products in the market. So we have Tinto Rung, that is the stain that binds to DNA. We have master mixes that are used in PCR and RT-PCR applications. I hope everybody is now familiar with what RT-PCR is, because I think before COVID-19, it was very difficult for us to explain what PCR was to a common man, but now everybody understands. So it's a method that is used for COVID-19 diagnostics as well. Not only COVID-19, I think earlier it has been used for all the contagious and viral diseases like HCV, HIV, and other diseases. However, it's become more popular because of the pandemic. So we have master mixes that can be used in the pandemic. We have cell stains called cell stains ano, so which bind to live cells, and we also have protein stains which we call Kalam floor. So most of our products are compatible with all major biotech devices. So during the pandemic, so actually, although we've been focusing only on DNA binding, RNA binding, and biological molecule binding dyes for the past 5 years. So we thought that being in this domain and being specialized in molecular biology, we need to do something for the crisis during the pandemic. And we've launched a few products, and we are selling a few products already. So we have a RNA Rapid, which is a COVID-19 sample collection kit. These kits, we are the first molecular transport medium to be launched in India. So if you see the sample collection kit that is available today needs to be stored in cold. That is, it has to be stored and transported in cold storage vans, so which is a major limiting factor, whereas our molecular transport medium does not require the samples, COVID-19 samples collected, stored at cold temperatures. However, it can be stored at room temperature itself. So we also have RNA extraction kits, and we are also trying to develop, or we are in the process of developing a rapid diagnostic kit for COVID-19 as well. Yeah, so this is what so we've been we won almost all grants and awards by DST, DBT, and the government of Karnataka. So we've been mentored by IKP and IM Ahmedabad and Big as well. So this is our team and advisors. So we are a small team, and we strategically hope to remain small because we believe that only small teams create wonders. Yeah, so this is about us. So this is what we do. I know that you won't understand most of what we are saying. So if there are any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Fatima, thank you actually for sharing in detail on your product line, and I would certainly assume that all the audience were watching would be able to relate all these terms that they are hearing now with your products and what you have
Hopefully. Yeah, that's what COVID has done, thankfully.
Yes, so it's been a wonderful talk, I would say, and especially about your product line and what you're doing, and to accomplish and to be here is definitely not a joke. And I would not agree less with you, like when you want to say you want to remain small, but a strong team. Like we are also a small and a strong team, and we want to create an impact to the ecosystem. That's why we are bringing up Camp.
Yeah.
So,
I think a small team creates wonder because there is a lot of passion with the team. So strategically, we plan to be a small team. So we are a small
yes,
team of roughly around 10 people, full time and our advisors. So, however, we may not grow. We are not planning to be a big company like Biocon, but still create intellectual property in this domain. So, we want to be creating more products and not projects.
awesome,
So, we hope to remain to be a small team creating wonderful products.
awesome, awesome, awesome.